Welcome to today's practical training video on the iTEC Level 4 Diploma in Advanced Aesthetic Treatments, and we are going to be focusing on Unit UBT 473, which is in providing dermaplaning treatments. And in this video, we'll go through everything that you need to know about carrying out a dermaplaning treatment, step by step. Now let's get to it. We are going to begin with how to actually set up your trolley for the treatment, and here you will find everything that you are going to need. As you can see on the left, you have a list of all the skincare products that you would need to have on your trolley. Keep in mind that all clients have different skin concerns and skin types, so it will be up to you to select the most suitable skincare products depending on the client's skin and their needs. And then on the right, you will find the list with all the consumables that you would need to have ready and prepared on your trolley. Make sure that your trolley and working area is completely set and ready before the client actually arrives. Once you have everything in place, you can begin the dermaplaning treatment. Now let's look into what the treatment steps actually involve. Here you can see the full treatment protocol step by step, and we are going to go through each individual step in the video. We do advise you to follow the treatment routine strictly, as results can actually be compromised if the products, equipment or techniques are altered or actually not included in the protocol. Now let's have a look at the first step of the dermaplaning. Before we go into the first step of the protocol, we need to do a few things to actually ensure that the treatment runs smoothly. You need to begin with having a consultation with your client, and you need to discuss what their skin concern actually is. This helps you determine whether the client is suitable for the treatment and also what product you would need to use for their skin. Next, you will need to check the client's consultation form for any medical history or any contraindications, as well as whether they have actually signed and given you informed consent. If the client has no contraindications and they're suitable for the treatment, then you can take a before photo of the treatment area, put your gloves on and place a headband on the client. Now that's done, you're ready to begin the treatment. Let's look at the first step. We are going to start off with a thorough cleanse, which ensures that there is no makeup, grime or bacteria on the skin, before we go ahead with the next steps. For the cleansing routine, you have a choice of two cleansers. You have the ageless cleanser, which is for suitable dry, aging and darker skin tones, and then the clarified cleanser, which is suitable for the oilier, congested, acne and blemish prone skin types. For this client, we chose to go with the ageless cleanser as the skin is quite dehydrated and dull. Take the cleanser that you have chosen. You need to use 2 pumps and dispense that onto your fingertips. Emulsify the product between your fingertips and spread the cleanser starting from the décolletage, moving to the neck, and lastly, apply it all over the face. Once the cleanser is on the skin, you can start with the cleansing routine, and we're starting from the décolletage. As you can see, we're using circular movements and only the fingertips. Then you are going to move upwards towards the neck, still using circular movements without breaking contact from the skin. Once you have done the neck, you can move on to the face, and for this we start from the chin area, again using circular movements with your thumbs, then moving slowly up towards the jawline, working your way up towards the cheek, and again only using your fingertips. Then you are going to use 2 of your fingers on each hand to cleanse around the lip, going crisscross from left to the right side. And from there, you're going to glide up towards the bridge of the nose, using circular movements and slowly coming up to the forehead. Once that's done, you would want to do 3 circular movements around the eyes, moving outwards, and then finally finish off at the temples by applying pressure. Once the cleansing routine is done, you are going to need 2 damp gauzes to completely remove everything off the skin. You're going to start from the décolletage, sliding from the right shoulder, moving to the left shoulder, and with the other hand do exactly the same and slide from the left to the right, and repeat this until the cleanser is completely off. You are going to slowly move on to the neck area, using sliding movements, starting from the right, moving to the left, going upwards towards the face. And for the face, start from the right side, one hand gliding up, followed by the other. Slowly make your way up towards the cheek, and then move on to the other side of the face and repeat the exact same process. Once that's done, you are going to fold the gauzes into half and glide upwards, starting from the chin area, going up towards the mouth, then the nose, and lastly the forehead. On the forehead, move both hands sideways towards the temples and finish off the cleansing routine by applying pressure on the temple. If the client has lipstick on, you can carry out a lip cleanse. For this, you need to apply one pump of the cleanser on a halved cotton pad and spread that onto the other halved cotton pad. Start cleansing from the right side, moving to the left. Move your hands simultaneously in both directions until the lipstick is completely off. And for removing eye makeup, you need to apply one pump of the cleanser on a damp halved cotton pad and start cleansing from the right eye. For this, you will need to stretch the eyebrow, place the cotton pad on the eye, and move downwards to take off any eye makeup. Make sure for this that you're not applying any pressure on the eye. Have the cotton pad and wipe underneath the lash line, moving inwards and then outwards. Once that's done, you can move on to the left eye and repeat the exact same. After the initial cleanse, we are going to move on to the next step, which is to carry out the dermaplaning treatment. Before you begin, you need to take a pea-sized amount of dermaplaning balm and apply it evenly all over the skin. Using the balm helps you glide better with the blade and minimizes any chance of cutting through the skin and leaving a graze. To unpack the dermaplane, you need to peel off one side of the plastic wrap and gently remove the dermaplane from the packaging. And then place that on your trolley and you're ready to begin the dermaplaning treatment. Dampen one cotton pad and keep it on the side to wipe the blade as you go. Start from the right side of the face near the chin area, making sure that you are stretching the skin at all times. Place the curved part of the blade onto the skin and position the blade at approximately 45-degree angle. We're using very quick and small strokes going upwards and only using the blade within the stretched area of the skin. Once you have completed one small section, wipe off any residue of the blade and move on to the next section. And as you can see, we're doing very small sections per time. Always make sure to stretch the skin and work each small section at a time. You are going to complete the right cheek first and then move on to the left cheek. While working around the eyes, be extra cautious and only gently glide with the blade. Once the cheeks are done, you can move on to the forehead. Gently stretch the skin and very carefully glide the blade as the skin here is thinner and you have a higher chance of grazing. Once that's done, you can move on to the nose. Apply extra care as it's a very small and intricate area to work on. And finally, we can move on to the chin, and for this step, you can ask your client to place their tongue under their chin to make it easier for you to work on the area. Once you've covered all areas, we can move on to the next step. For this step, you are going to need the Clarify Peel Mask, which is suitable for all skin types, and it has exfoliating, hydrating and also brightening properties. Take a medium-sized glass dish and squeeze a pea-sized amount of the mask. When applying the mask, only use one finger to spread it across evenly on the skin. Start from the right side of the face from the chin area and move upwards towards the jawline and the cheeks. And once that is done, you can move on to the left side and repeat the exact same process. We actually use the clarified peel mask to ensure that there is no residue left on the skin, and the mask also helps draw out any impurities and prepares it for the chemical peel that we are going to use later on after the dermaplaning. Once the left side of the face is done, you can move on to applying the mask all across the forehead, nose, upper lip and chin. Make sure that the mask is spread across the whole face evenly. Once the mask is on, you can use your fingertips to work the mask into the pores, and for this we're using slow and gentle circular movements all around the face, which then allow the mask to exfoliate the skin. Do this for about 3 minutes and then leave the mask on the skin for another 2 minutes before actually removing it. To remove the mask, you need to use 2 damp gauzes. Start from the right side. One hand is gliding up and then being followed by the other. Slowly make your way up towards the cheek and then move on to the other side of the face, repeating the exact same process. Once that is done, you are going to fold the gauzes into half and glide upwards, starting from the chin area, up towards the mouth, then the nose, and lastly forehead. In this step, you are going to prep and tone the skin for the chemical peel, and for this we have a choice of 2 prep solutions. You have the Illumine Peel Lotion, which is suitable for dry, aging skin and pigmentation concerns, and then we also have the Clarified Toner, which is for the oilier, congested, acne and blemish-prone skin types. For this client, we went with the Illumine Peel Lotion, as her skin is quite dehydrated and also dull. We need to dispense 3 pumps of the solution onto a damp cotton pad. Apply the solution using a cotton pad, starting from the right side of the face near the chin area, and with this you're going to move upwards towards the jawline, making your way up to the cheek. Move on to the other side of the face, and you're going to do exactly the same. Start from the chin area, move up towards the jawline and then up to the cheek. Go over the forehead, moving outwards towards the temples on each side. Then you need to go over the nose, upper lip, and then finally finish off at the chin area. Once you've covered all areas, you can move on to applying the chemical peel. Now for this you have a choice of 3 different chemical peels, which have all been formulated to treat specific skin concerns. For example, you have the ageless TCA, which is for dry, dull, aging and sun-damaged skin. Then you have the clarified peel, that's for the oily, congested, acne and blemish-prone skin types. And finally you have the Illumine peel, which is designed for the darker skin tones that have hyperpigmentation concerns. For this client, we chose to go with the ageless TCA peel as her skin is quite dull with visible sun damage. You need to use a full pipette of the chemical peel and place that into a small glass dish. Before applying the peel, always make sure that you cover the client's eyes, and for this you can use 2 damp halved cotton pads. This is a health and safety requirement for a chemical peel, so don't forget to cover the client's eyes before applying the chemical peel. Dip the chemical peel brush into the glass dish and start applying it from the right side of the face from the chin area, moving up towards the jawline. And for this you're going to use quick, small strokes, as that actually allows the chemical peel to go deeper into the pores. Move up towards the cheek, and once that side of the face is done, move to the left side and repeat the exact same process, starting from the chin and moving upwards towards the jawline and then the cheek. Once the cheek is done, move on to the forehead, and you are going to start from the right side Moving the brush outwards, going towards the temples, and then exactly the same from the left side, moving left towards the temples. Finally, go over the nose, upper lip, and then chin area. Once the chemical peel is on, you can remove the cotton pads from the client's eyes. Now you can move on to the next step, which is using the Revival dermal roller with the chemical peel. The dermal roller consists of 540 microneedles, and they actually open up microchannels into the skin that allow the chemical peel to penetrate into the deeper layers of the skin. In comparison to only topically applying a chemical peel, using it with combination with the dermal roller, the results are completely optimized. For this step, you are going to need a 0.5mm dermal roller. Open up all packaging and take off the upper lid of the box. Place this on your trolley and you are ready to start. You need to use the dermal roller while the peel is still on the skin, and you're going to start from the right side of the face near the chin area, and you're going to move upwards towards the jawline and the cheek. We're using quick, small strokes, and we're also applying very little pressure and consistently changing the direction as to where using the dermal roller from horizontal to vertical. The reason why we change the direction is to actually allow to open up a lot more microchannels into the skin, which then optimizes the penetration from the chemical peel. Once the right side of the face is done, you can move on to the left side, and for this you're repeating the exact same process. Move on to the forehead, and for this area make sure that you are not applying a lot of pressure as the skin is very thin, and during your treatment with the dermal roller, if you see any blood specks, ease off with the pressure, as you should not be seeing any blood at any stage during treatment. Once that is done, move on to the nose, upper lip, and then finally chin. When you've covered all areas, throw the dermal roller away into a sharp spin, or alternatively you can put it back in its plastic container and give it to the client to use from home. Once you have carried out the dermal roller, you can move on to removing the chemical peel. For this you are going to use cold water, which removes and neutralizes the chemical peel that stops it from working. For this you need to use one damp cotton pad. Start from the right side of the face, moving upwards towards the jawline and the cheeks, then move on to the left side, repeating the exact same process. Till finally taking the peel off the forehead, the nose, upper lip and the chin. Once the peel is completely off the skin, you can move on to the next step. You are now going to use one of the Revival serums in combination with the no-needle mesotherapy. You have a choice of 3 different serums, and they have all been formulated to treat specific skin concerns. And as you can see, we have the Ageless HA serum, that's for dry aging skin. Then we have the Clarify serum, that's for the oilier, congested, acne-prone skin types. And finally, the Illumine serum, that's designed for the darker skin tones that have hyperpigmentation concerns. For this client, we chose to go with the Ageless HA serum as she has very dehydrated skin and lack of moisture. Before going ahead with the serum, you would need to switch on the no-needle mesotherapy probe. From the machine, select the no-needle mesotherapy button from the menu, adjust the setting on 5 and press on the start button. Now you're ready to begin. Apply 3 drops of the serum onto the right side of the face and spread it across only using one finger. Place the probe on the skin and use slow circular movement, starting from the chin area, moving up towards the jawline. And we actually used the ultrasound probe after the dermal roller, as there are already microchannels into the skin, and the ultrasound will only optimize the penetration of all the active ingredients that we're using, like the chemical peels and also the serums. When the right side of the face is done, you can move on to the left side, and we're repeating the exact same process. We're going to apply 3 drops of the serum, spread it across evenly with one of our fingers, and then carry out the no-needle mesotherapy. The ultrasound probe actually has the ability to penetrate all the way down to the dermal layers of the skin, and that pushes the serum into the deeper layer of the skin, which again completely optimizes the results of this treatment. Once the left side of the face is done, you can repeat the exact same process on the forehead, apply the serum, and then carry out the no-needle mesotherapy. When you've covered all areas, you're ready to move on to the next step. Next, you are going to use the Ageless Stem Cells Sheet Mask, which is suitable for all skin types, and we will use it in combination with the LED light. Take the sheet mask and open it up gently from the top. Fold the packaging into half and squeeze out the solution inside a medium-sized glass dish and place the dish onto your trolley. Take the mask out of the packaging and slowly place it onto the client's skin and gently adjusting the corners of the sheet mask. Once the mask is on, place 2 halved cotton pads onto the client's eyes and follow with the blackout goggles. You're actually going to need the goggles for when you're carrying out the LED therapy, and this is a health and safety requirement. Now you are going to use the LED light on top of the sheet mask. For this, you need to switch the probe on. From the machine's menu, select LED photon light, choose the type of light you need to use, and adjust the intensity to 5 and press on the start button. Place the 2 probes directly onto the skin and slowly glide sideways across the cheeks. Gently move your way up towards the forehead and the temples. For this client, we chose the red LED as it's anti-aging and also stimulates the production of collagen and elastin. You can also place each probe directly onto the skin and stay in one place for 30 seconds, allowing the light to penetrate deeper into the skin. Carry out the LED therapy for 5 minutes, and when you are done, gently remove the goggles, cotton pads and sheet mask off the client's face. Using your fingertips, massage any extra solution left on the surface of the skin. And moving on to the next step, which is the massage that includes the chest area, neck and face, which should take about 7 minutes. Let's get to it. For this step, you are going to use the extra solution from the Ageless sheet mask that we took before. Place the solution on your fingertips and apply on the skin, starting from the décolletage, moving up towards the neck and then the face. Once the solution is on, then you can begin your massage routine. Start off from the décolletage area using both of your hands, circular movements going in and outwards direction, and slowly make your way up the shoulders and the back of the neck. Move on to the shoulders. Place both hands underneath the client's shoulders, your fingers facing up, and gently move your fingers, applying pressure. Slide upwards towards the forehead and gently slide down, only using 2 of your fingers without applying any pressure. Use both hands to scoop up towards the forehead and glide down using 2 fingers. Scoop up again, keep your right hand on the temple and with your left hand slide right, down and then scoop up. Now keep the left hand on the temple and then with your right hand slide left, down and scoop up. Repeat the step 2 more times. Place your fingertips on the forehead and use gentle circular movements. Use your fingertips again to go around both eyes using circular movements and apply a little bit of pressure at the temples as you go. Now do a figure of 8 around the eyes, only using 1 finger. With your right hand, scoop up the right side of the face, followed by your left hand. As you're doing this, also use your fingertips to gently massage and scoop up. Move on to the other side of the face and repeat the exact same process. Place your right hand on the right side of the face and scoop up, then use your left hand with 1 finger to go up from the mouth towards the nose and then the forehead without applying pressure. Move on to the other side of the face and repeat exactly the same. Apply pressure to the temples and glide down towards the earlobes. With your fingers, use circular movements on the earlobes. Once that is done, place your hands on the client's ears, and then your massage routine is complete. And for the last step of this treatment, you are going to apply the Illumine Moisturizer, which is the Revival Sunblock that also acts as a moisturizer. That is suitable for all skin types. You need to dispense a pea-sized amount of the moisturizer onto your fingertips. Spread the product between your fingers and apply starting from the chin, moving up towards the jawline and the cheeks, the nose and the forehead. Use gliding and circular movements to apply the sunblock evenly all across the face. Once the sunblock is on, remember to take an after photo of the client and remove the headband. And then your treatment is finished. Remember to give your client aftercare advice, and it's actually very important for them to know how to look after the skin after the treatment. Recommend suitable skincare regime for them based on their skin concerns and needs, and advise them on when the next treatment should be and also how frequent. And that's everything you need to know about carrying out a dermaplaning treatment.